The backside bottom turn is a very useful linking manoeuvre alongside with the front side turn if you want to master waves braking in both directions, left and right. Much like the front side bottom turn as covered in a previous video, the backside bottom turn is used to link together other manoeuvres on the wave and keep you in the correct position on the wave. There's no doubt that the backside bottom turn is harder than the front side turn, and it's well worth learning after you've mastered the front side bottom turn. The backside bottom turn involves transferring your body weight onto one rail, and for a majority of riders, using your paddle to pivot and redirect your board back up the face. However, there is more than one way to carry out the backside bottom turn, and some riders favouring holding their paddle on the opposite side, ready for the next manoeuvre. It all comes down to personal preference. We're going to go over both these manoeuvres in this video. The main reason why the backside bottom turn is harder than the front side bottom turn is due to you turning onto your heels rather than your toes, whilst your body is facing away from the wave. This is likely to make you more unstable and the board angle harder to control. Much like the front side bottom turn, the backside bottom turn can be either aggressive or shallow. It all depends on what you're doing on the wave before and after the manoeuvre and how committed you are. So how do you initiate and complete a backside bottom turn? Well, with any bottom turn, once you've caught the wave and you're about to drop down the wave face, you should already be thinking about getting your body and paddle into the correct position. Standing in surf stance, your front foot should be across the centre line of the board and your back foot slightly over towards the wave side rail of the board. The side you hold your paddle on will depend on the technique you choose. As you start to initiate the turn, step back with your back foot onto the front section of the tail pad if you have one. And now you're in the perfect position to use your body weight over the rail and start to turn the board. And then as you're just about to start the turn, it is so important to look over your shoulder up at the wave in the direction you're wanting to go. Lean back onto your heels and start the turn. If you're going to use your paddle as a pivot point, then you should be holding the paddle on the wave face side. And at this point, gently lower the paddle blade onto the wave face and start pivoting around it. If you choose the alternative technique, then at this point you'll be holding the paddle on the opposite side. With the correct positioning and the amount of pressure on the rail, the bottom turn should feel smooth and almost effortless. As the board then starts to redirect up the face of the wave, then by straightening your front leg, your board will be in the perfect position ready for the next manoeuvre, such as the top turn. By choosing the technique to hold the paddle away from the wave face during the bottom turn, you will be in the perfect position to start a manoeuvre like a top turn. For a successful backside bottom turn, as with any bottom turn, you need to be fully committed and ensure your feet are in the correct position on your board before you initiate the turn. You're not going to be able to move your feet once you've started the bottom turn. If your feet are too close together, the board will start to bounce during the turn, making you feel unbalanced and out of control. You're better off having a too wide a stance than a too narrow a stance when carrying out a bottom turn. Every turning manoeuvre on a wave requires a fine balance between your front and back leg. If you are pivoting around your paddle and you find there is too much weight on your paddle, the chances are your back foot isn't far back enough for the turn you're trying to do. Don't expect to master the backside bottom turn first time. It takes practice and fine tuning, and it's very different feel between one board to the next. It's well worth mastering, as we said before, because it's a fundamental linking manoeuvre from all other manoeuvres. Without the bottom turn, there will be no top turn, cut back or floater. And it's vitally important to master both the backside bottom turn and the front side bottom turn, so you're happy to ride in both directions. So if you want to make the most out of your surfing season this year, get to grips with the backside bottom turn. It's a great manoeuvre to have in your bag of tricks.